because I am French and I love fish. And I'm here today to talk to you about my brand new Waterbox Peninsula style tank. Because this baby can fit so many fish in it. Let's go! So, this tank has been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I mean, we can all dream up, dream tanks and stuff like that. This is my attainable reef tank, all right? I mean, do I really want like a 40,000 gallon system that my house is built around? Sure. Do I have the money for that? Hell no. But this I have the money for, and I'm happy that I did it. So I've had reef tanks in the past, and there's a couple things that I really wanted to get right from the beginning to make my life easier and increase the chances of this becoming a very successful reef. So the first way I'm going to do that is by making this low maintenance, all right? So if you have a standard reef aquarium and you're just kind of getting new into it, your budget's smaller and you have to do, in retrospect, it's not that much maintenance, but it's just a consistency of that maintenance that you just cannot let go. So you have to do a water change every week. You have to dose elements for your corals and things like that. And if you want to save money, the way to go is to do all that manually by hand, by hauling around buckets of water or slowly putting in things every day into your tank. But unfortunately, I thought I could do that. I just cannot, okay? Sometimes you gotta travel for work. Sometimes you just don't come home. You have to go out and have some fun. And it's hard to be very disciplined and consistent with a reef tank. And when I say a reef tank, all right, right now, this is a fish tank, all right? There's no corals in here. There's no special animals, right? These guys are very easy to take care of on their own. Just put some food in there and just watch them eat it, watch them poop, and that's it, They're pretty easy to take care of, but what I'm talking about is a reef tank with corals and things like that require a little bit more attention. And so with that attention comes extra maintenance. And so, like I was saying, it's hard to do by hand. My goal with this tank is to automate all that from the beginning. So I never have to haul around another bucket of water. I never have to dose elements. I'll have to dose some things, okay? But those things are optional and they won't be crucial to the health of the system. So everything is gonna be pretty much automated from the get-go. So I wanted a bigger tank. I could put whatever fish in there I wanted. And so there's still lots of fish that I want that I can't put in there, right? You can't put a stingray in here. You can't put a shark in here. And there's some very large fish that you also cannot put in here. But I'm talking like standard reef tank fish, like this yellow tang that's right here. There's lots of fish like that you should not be putting in a smaller tank. And I mean, a smaller tank could be something that's 50 gallons. And for a lot of people, that's a big tank. This is a big tank by all concerns. And it can give me the ability to put whatever kind of livestock that I want in there within reason. And I'm really excited about that. The other benefit that you get from doing a bigger volume of water is stability. So, things that go on in here, whether it's good or bad, because there's more water, it takes more time to happen. More water is better in many ways, but sometimes if you're doing things manually, like water changes, doing a water change on a 100-gallon system, you're gonna be mixing, a lot of water, a lot of salt, and carrying buckets of water around your house, but I'm not gonna be doing that. No. What I want to do now is kind of talk to you guys about the Aquascape that I've done here, since this is kind of like the foundation of the tank. So I'm going to be playing some footage and clips of what I'm talking about here. Just knowing the fact that it's a peninsula style tank, meaning you can see it from both sides, okay? You kind of have to take a different approach to it. So my approach was to have kind of like a trench going down the middle, because one of the things that I really like about peninsula tanks is not so much that you can see it from both sides, but that the front of the tank, the short side, it has a lot of depth to it, right? You can see far into it. My idea was to kind of have a trench go down the middle to kind of give you that sense of depth. Okay, so I'm gonna have all kinds of corals and stuff growing in the middle there, and I think it looks really cool. There's plenty of little caves and things to hide away, and the slope also makes it easy for me to say, hey, you know, this coral needs a lot of light, a lot of strong light, so I'm gonna put him up here, up high. This coral, not so much, a little bit of light, so he's gonna go down here and things like that. So this kind of gradual slope here that happens from the front to back is also really nice for me because I can easily place corals where they need to go. All right, so that's the Aquascape. The next thing for flow, which is really important in a reef tank, if you don't know. If you know, you know, but if you don't, now you know, okay? So, lots of flow. We have 2 MP40s in the back of the tank that are running, okay? And then I've also got a Vectra N2 return pump, which is pretty powerful. So this is giving me, I believe, almost 70 times the tank volume, so it's really good. 70-time tank turnover with all this flow, and I don't have anything up here that's covering, you know, I don't see any cables or anything like that. It all looks really clean, so I'm really happy about that. Hopefully the flow will be good enough with this. I can always add more in the back, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm shooting for. The lighting over here, right now I have 2 Hydra 32 HDs. These guys are pretty good. I have a Hydra 26 on my older tank. I really like the way that the Hydras look. And a lot of people, successful reefers, use them. So yeah, they might not be quite as good, especially as the new Ecotech Radions have come out. They might not be as good, but they're still good enough. So right now I've got 2. When I start adding SPS corals, which will probably be in about 3 to 4 months, I'm gonna add a 3rd one. It's gonna give me plenty of light. Should be everything I need. The other cool thing that I did with this is the rail that the lights are hanging from is going straight into the drywall back there. So my my overflow box cover is really easy to take out. I don't have any lights kind of sitting on it, on top of it. Easy to access. The other nice thing too is the cables are actually running through the drywall as well, so you don't really see cables coming down. So I really wanted to keep this as clean as possible. Right now, the lights are not on during the day, so while I'm not here or when I'm not paying attention or filming, the lights are off, and that's because the tank is still so new that I don't want light beaming down into it that's going to encourage algae growth. So that's one of the things that you know, I learned from watching BRS and those other guys is when you have a new tank for a couple months, just let it go, just keep your fish in there. Don't go crazy with corals and stuff like that, because although to the naked eye it looks like there's not much going on, in reality there's all kinds of microfauna that's getting established into these rocks. Especially, you know, me starting with dry rock. So dry rock meaning there's nothing on it. So you got to give it time, and if you turn the lights on, you're gonna encourage algae to grow before your your microfauna can establish themselves and have that nice biofilm on top of these rocks that prevents algae growth. So that's what I'm going for. I'm gonna be keeping the lights off for maybe another month and a half if I can hold out 2 months or whatever. But right now, I'm just gonna keep this as a fish tank, keep things nice and simple, yeah, let it mature. So that's that with the lights. In terms of equipment, one thing that I really like about the Waterbox Peninsula as opposed to the Red Sea is that the sump is actually accessible from both sides. With that, it makes it easy to work on and access. So for equipment, I've got a NYOS 160 protein skimmer, and I've got the BRS Dual reactor for carbon and maybe GFO. I don't know if I'm gonna do a refugium here. I've got a space to add that in there. I've got some filter socks and they're starting to get dirty here, which is good. And also, I'm running the Apex controller, which is really nice for getting notifications. So that's all the filter equipment that I've actually got running on this right now. But that protein skimmer is a beast. I mean, it's just pulling out everything out of the water. My nitrates are really low, things like that. So yeah. A couple things I haven't put on yet is my dosing pump for all the major foundation elements for the corals. I'm kind of taking my time with this one, but all I have to do is drill it in. I've got the Kamoer F4 Pro that's sitting in the box looking pretty. I've got the dose from Apex, from Neptune Systems as well, doing my auto water change 24/7, and it's actually going to be changing out about 22 gallons per week, which is really nice. So that's, you know, just under 15%, just over 15%, I think, and it's going to make things real stable, really stable. You know, I'm thinking that with that automatic water change, I'm not going to have to dose any trace elements, things like that. We'll see how that goes when I do my first ICP test. But yeah. All right, guys, this is it. You've reached the end of the video. I really want to thank you for sticking through the end. I know I'm a brand new YouTuber. I had a channel a long time ago that had, you know, about 40,000 views on specific videos on how to start aquariums. And you know, back then I was a baby. I was a little fish. I didn't know really exactly what I was doing, but yet I still tried. Now I know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna be making some awesome tutorials on how to start your own saltwater fish tank. But the next one I'm planning to do is, you know, a basic series on how to start your own saltwater fish tank. And I've got, you know, about 5 years of experience reefing, so I might be qualified. There's you know, Bulk Reef Supply now. These guys are amazing. Their videos are great. I don't know if I can top that, but if you want some experience and, you know, reefer to reefer kind of talk, I'm your guy. Okay, so I know a lot of YouTubers, pretty much everyone says like, subscribe to the video. You don't have to subscribe. I'm not trying to do this for a living. This is literally me just trying to show off my tank, keep you along with my project, and give you guys some updates, you know, good things happening, bad things happening. I know I'm gonna run into a challenge at some point, all right? I know that. There's gonna be some videos made, and I'm gonna try to keep you guys engaged, and the next video I wanna do is how to start a salt aquarium. Typically, you know, people talk about what the fish tank is and how you keep taking care of it. There's tons of those videos out there, but not a lot of people talk about the simple fact that what we're trying to keep in the box here is the ocean. So I'm gonna talk a lot more about what natural coral reefs are and how they behave, and why we should be trying to emulate what's going on in the real world into this. So I think I'm gonna have some pretty interesting viewpoints, so I hope that you subscribe to watch that when you see it. You can hit the bell or whatever. Do you. Hey, if you like me, thank you, and hit the bell. But you know what, if you don't, it's fine, it's okay. Also, comments. I'm a brand new YouTuber. I'm hoping this kind of blows up because, let's face it, I'm super awesome. So if you have a question, comment, things like that, put it in the video, you know, take the 5 seconds and I will get back to you. Catch you guys later. Bye.